We are back at it again here with another video with Invest for Tomorrow. To the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all subscribers, welcome back. Here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, continuing to fight to hold support here. And in today's volatility, our Spybot at 9:50 a.m. sent out a bear indicator, and from that moment forward, outflows crossed the midpoint to the downside. Pure weakness there on 42 vision, and put options went up 180% plus within an hour, guys. And as you see there in the chart, it presented opportunities to the upside with a bull indicator as well in the second half of the day, and call options went up 100% plus as well. And if you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. So here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, fighting to hold support and testing key resistance levels. And in today's video, we're going to break down the key levels I would watch going into tomorrow. But before we do, I want to share with you guys the home run opportunity that was mentioned this morning over at the Discord. The home run today was spectacular and beyond expectations, and if you guys want to know about these stocks early on and receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. So the home run today was from our Apple bot. Our Apple bot at 10:10 a.m. sent out a bear indicator, and from that moment forward, outflows crossed the midpoint to the downside. Pure weakness there on 42 vision, and put options went up 200% plus within an hour, guys. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots. We look forward to having you join us, and we strive for opportunities like these every single day. Let's jump into these charts. Here we are with the SPY stock, the S&P 500 index, doing a full transition from Tuesday to Wednesday, from white with red borders to bright green bars, and today back down to red bars and trying to push back up towards bright green bars. If this is your first time coming across the channel, this is 42 vision, which allows us to see the dips from the rips to the dips, and where the strength and weakness lies within the charts. And we also use our bull and bear indicators and inflow versus outflow as an extra layer of confirmation, which I'm going to pull up here and you can now gain access to as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. And in today's video, I'm going to pull up the inflow versus outflow indicator, which adds that extra layer of confirmation and gives us that edge within the volatility. So here we are with the SPY stock, the S&P 500 index, with some chop today from a bear indicator up here at 542 back to a bull indicator dominating over the chart at 541.90. I would just round that up to the 542 level. Now, we were in some chop for a few days before this push up in the last 3 days with that bull indicator that popped up at 534, hitting highs up here at 544 and rejecting that resistance again, guys. It keeps on getting tested. It was tested in today's pre-market, and it's trying to come back up towards it here in the second half of the day. It's going to be crucial for inflows to follow to justify any further move here to the upside and retest of key resistance levels. Now, it isn't just the SPY here pushing up. You have the QQQ with a lot of strength here. No bull indicator on this pushback up so far in the second half of the day. It's under a bear indicator at 476. I would not ignore this. If it continues to dominate, it could quickly start to reflect that weakness into these charts. You have Tesla here under a bear indicator at 188, and then you have Apple here under a bear indicator since yesterday at 216, and that's where things slowed down here at the open before pushing down towards 211, right? As we saw, it was the home run of the day with that bear indicator. Now, here we have Netflix in this chop pushing back up testing resistance and can't break through that 655 level, but it is under a bull indicator here at 647. I will be watching that if a staircase effect can start to form and retest and break out from that resistance going into tomorrow. Now, when we go ahead and look at the SPY again, bull indicator here on the 30-minute, but on the 1 hour, no bear indicator, right? There's some chop in the volatility of the 30-minute, but the bull indicator here is holding true since 534 and continuing to fight and hold above the 540 level, finding support at these higher levels. Now, when we go ahead and zoom in and look at this from the 15-minute, we could see here in the chop of the day a full transition from the rip area to multiple dip areas, double bottom before pushing back up, back under a bull indicator here, canceling the bear indicator from 542.55, and here it is at 541.60, and it's fighting here in this range to hold support in the after hours and continue the staircase effect where that bear indicator popped up and where things started to accelerate to the downside. So it's going to be crucial here for this to hold and continue strong, and we need inflows to follow to justify it. So I'm going to pull up the inflow versus outflows to break it down and the key levels I would watch going into tomorrow. Here we are with the SPY, the SP 500 index, with outflows dominating in the first half of the day on the 30-minute. Once things slowed down, it found support back above 540, and inflows have crossed over. Now, we have a staircase effect forming here, and it's going to be crucial for these inflows to continue pushing upwards here on the 30-minute chart away from the midpoint, currently sitting at 1.72. It has room to go higher based off the history of the chart. It's hit 2.7. It's hit up here 7.5 on that big push up from 537 up to 544. And then in the bigger picture on the 1 hour, inflows are back above, right? Outflows have been dominating. It had not crossed, and it dominated today in the first half. That's why we had that sharp drop. Found support at key levels from yesterday and today. Came back above 540. And inflows are back above at 1.04. It's going to be crucial as well for these inflows to continue upwards to reflect any further strength into these charts. Now, when we go ahead and zoom into the 15-minute in the volatility, we could see again in the first half those outflows crossing over and dominating. Full transition from the rip area to multiple dip areas, double bottom, and now it's done a full transition back up from the dip area to the rip area, as inflows hit highs here of 1.98 and outflows have began in the volatility, right? It's trying to push up while these outflows are sitting right now near the midpoint, and it's still positive at 0.33, right? So inflows are dominating, but these outflows are trying to cross. Now, if it crosses to the downside, it's going to be crucial and critical to not ignore that weakness could reflect into these charts. And the first support level I'll be watching is 540. If those outflows cross over into the 30-minute and cross as well, then below that comes 538, and then I'll be watching the 536 level. Now, to the upside, it's going to be crucial and critical here for inflows to pick back up, hit the midpoint, or go back above it without even touching it, right? Switching from red to green, start that staircase effect strength here to retest the highs of the day at 544, and once that breaks through, roll that strength over to continue on the 30-minute and 1 hour, and the first resistance above 544 would then be the 545 area. In that tight range, if both of those get broken through, then I'll be watching 547. So these are the key levels I'll be watching to the upside and to the downside. The bull and bear indicators are going to be crucial, and the inflow versus outflows, I would not ignore them. They're really close to the midpoint here in the volatility and fighting to stay above here on the 30-minute and 1 hour. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.